Welcome to Dusk and Doom. Okay, Frey, you missed your cue for the thunder, but
I sure did.
you're busy with
driving, handling.
Yes, please.
Dog juggling.
Last we left off, your characters were in the process of leaving the dungeon in order to go find somebody who could bring back to life one of your dead companions. Because I killed Frey's character last game. As it so happens, the two of you rejoined the party exactly on time for the fight that starts high up in the air above above the desecrated temples district. You're currently flying above a graveyard. Frey is gonna be playing Levi, the steed summoned by Rin. The talking steed, an intelligent
Then he
steed.
says, nay.
And I believe you cast fly on the steed.
Yes.
And on anybody else?
Myself and
I believe Tori Teladriel will also need to.
yes.
Okay, cool. So
And then it was Rin that was on top of the horse.
cool. And Rin is no longer
Right.
on top of the horse, but the weight of an entire body is. I think one more person could fit on the horse, but then the horse would go at half speed.
Right.
We have Jack's body.
Tied to the horse.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Jack's body is tied to the horse. The two of you, in order to join this encounter, I'm going to need you to be flying, which means you are
Casting time.
Yeah.
very likely using the
Steps of Night.
Steps of Night with your aura or no? Do you have the?
Is it dim light?
It is dim light
Yeah.
in the fog right now, so you don't need the aura, but it. Yeah. So do you have the aura on or no?
Yes. Or no, I do not have the aura on.
Okay.
Teladriel, what's it feel like to fly?
Oh, this is exhilarating. Look, I can see the pool. What? I can see everything. Look, there's a guy's farm.
I
How
might
high up are
have
we?
to.
That's actually what I was going to ask. You would probably need to be wild shaped
Oh, yeah.
into something that flies
Okay.
to rejoin to
Yeah,
rejoin.
level
yeah,
9
no,
now.
yeah.
Do you want to go with the typical giant vulture?
That would be pretty sick.
Cool.
I think I will have to.
What does can somebody check if giant vulture is large? It's
Yeah.
large? Okay, sounds good. So this is gonna be your
So it's more of a large vulture.
giant vulture
Well,
token.
giant compared to a normal
What was
vulture.
the snake was like giant
Was
snake.
huge.
And it was huge snake. We thought like it was just a description, not like the literal size.
Yeah.
Just like a
description.
big snake. No, it's like a
No, it's
snake
like
the
a
size
huge.
of the.
It does not fit in here.
Meanwhile, a giant badger is still only medium.
Yeah.
All right. So your characters are currently flying. I would like to know at what altitudes are y'all flying? The top of the crater. I think we established that I think we did 90 feet up in the air was not the height of the cliff, but the distance you needed to cross to reach safety. I'm gonna, yeah.
Personally, the goal of getting sort of through here unscathed. Melora's plan here was to go high, go really high. So a few hundred feet is where Melora was planning, unless people have other reasons to.
How many hundred? Because I can do flying speed equal to my walking speed for a minute, and that's 30.
Yeah.
So with dashing,
So
that's
what?
60.
That's like
300.
300. Yeah.
Yeah. 30 a round, 10 rounds.
Yeah. Would you like to be at 505 feet up in the air?
Why?
Because
I would like to be 505 feet up in the air, because 500 is the max amount of feet you can fall in one round.
At what point do we start losing oxygen?
Oh, thousands.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know nothing about like mountains.
Also, in typical Spelljammer fashion, actually no, you don't run out of oxygen.
Are we fighting something?
Or we
Not
ran
yet.
away from something.
Not yet.
Okay.
Cool.
So with
show you the world. Okay.
with
So
mobile, if I have a flying speed of 60, I can add the 10 feet of extra.
yes, so
Speed
you
to
have
that.
70 feet of movement right now. Cool. All right. I am going to surprise y'all by coming out of invisibility. Huzzah! As a so 35 feet above y'all is a chain devil. Thank you for choosing the chain devil in a flying encounter. You're very appreciated. And the chain devil already has summoned its maximum number of chains, which is 4, which means I'm going to attack y'all, and then we're gonna roll initiative.
Given 2 chains a run for his money.
Unless if anybody is alert, is immune to being surprised. Cool.
I need to plug it in. It's dying.
Not I.
Don't you have a
I
trigger on
do, but
the
I put it
laptop?
outside.
Do we get any bonuses from having the higher ground?
Yeah.
Well, actually, she has the higher ground.
Right, but I can go up to 600 feet in 1 minute.
Yeah, you're at 505 feet
You
up.
took a ride on the horse.
You t-
So
you-
we were all moving at 120 feet per round because we were dashing.
Yeah.
So you're fine.
There are reasons.
You're fine.
Okay.
Cool. Do you
This
Where-
only took
where's
us
the
30
oh.
seconds. And yeah.
You got a running start.
I can barely hear the music. If you can make it just a bit louder, that'd be perfect.
I don't know if you want to get close to the microphone.
Cool.
Please.
Frey, you're a horse right now, so you're also a large creature.
Yes. Maybe the tiger one you have?
Who's in charge of the music?
That's me.
Sorry, can we do 1 notch down?
Yeah.
Oh, is that the notch?
Yeah.
Then it can be 1 up. Sorry, I didn't realize it was one or the other.
Yeah.
Put it slightly lower. I think this.
Is the speaker itself at max volume? Hit the plus icon, maybe. I don't know. That's affecting it on here directly.
This is.
Okay.
This
so,
is.
so it doesn't multiply.
This-
Yeah, that's what I was
like,
thinking.
okay.
Maybe.
These are my
A lot of Baldur's Gate.
these are my jams.
Yeah.
These are my jams because this is 2 steps from hell. Okay, cool. All right. Up to 4 chains, the devil can see within 60 feet of it magically sprout razor-edged barbs and animate under the devil's control, provided that the chains aren't being worn or carried. So the devil, the chain devil, has already animated those up in the air and drops them around you. They're resistant to piercing, immune to psychic and thunder. When I use multi-attack, I can use each animated chain to make one additional chain attack. Cool. So, I think my priority, let's see. I think okay, how obvious is it that...
I'm the one concentrating on flight.
Yes.
But you're going to have a hard time hitting me. But you don't know that yet.
That's true. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for the 2 flying creatures first because I want to make sure you don't catch anybody who's falling, and then one is going to attack you. And which one of you does the 4th? Oh, actually, hold on. Never mind that. All right. So, 1 chain attack for you. What's your armor class?
My armor class is...
That's a little vulture.
Oh, it's right here. That's a giant vulture. It's 10.
10? Cool. You take 14 slashing damage and make a... Oh, you're automatically grappled. Cool. Your speed is now 0 and you start to fall. Okay? I tend to use Looney Tunes rules, which means you are still, until the end of this turn, in the same spot. You only start to fall at the end of the turn. Okay?
Okay, that makes sense.
I have a question about the chains.
Yes.
I bet you really missed me. So
I did!
If they fall with the chain, does the enemy lose that chain? Like, does it drag it down? Like, if they were to plummet,
Yeah.
they would just like rip the whole chain with them?
Oh yeah, it's 4 individual. It's 4 individual flying chains.
Independently emanated.
Okay, got it.
And animated.
Cool. All right. Second attack is gonna go against you. Does a 12 hit? Cool. Third attack is gonna go against you. Does a 26 hit?
Yeah, you know he does. He's the war horse.
So you're going to take 6 slashing damage.
Oh,
Okay. Victoria, does a 23 pass your armor class?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to take 10 points of slashing damage, which brings you to 35.
This doesn't have much of an eraser on it.
The ones with erasers are going to go. Sorry.
Do I recognize what kind of enemy we're fighting?
Yes. This is a. This looks to be a devil or a demon, red skin, covered in chains and BDSM-looking attire.
Ben is staring directly at me. And I
Okay.
can't read lips.
Okay.
I'm
Cool.
so sorry.
So you are also grappled, which means you are going to start to fall at the start of this turn, at the end of this turn. Does a 16 hit?
It's not.
Okay. Well, so I've got 4 chains, and you see that like she dives down to be in melee range with you, and is going to make an. So her first attack was. So she has multi-attack. So her first attack was from that chain, and the other last attack is. Does a 24 hit?
Not if I cast shield, which I will.
Okay. Well, that's.
I am having to burn 2nd level spells on shield
Okay,
now.
cool. And then I'm going to move back up 35 feet, triggering potentially an attack of opportunity from you, if you'd like, and from the warhorse. You've already used your reaction.
Yeah, I have, yes.
So,
21?
hits. when somebody
Good horses.
when somebody is in melee range with you and they retreat, you can use your reaction to like stab them real quick as they're leaving. Cool. 8 points of damage. Thank you.
Yeah.
Two.
Oh,
Excellent to do.
I didn't roll initiative.
No, that's because I didn't ask you to.
There you go.
Uh,
I was like, wow, I've just been real zoned out.
cool. Would you like to use this opportunity to stamp this devil?
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Roll with a single d20.
For this?
Yes.
Mhm.
And then you're gonna add this bonus right here. Oh, sorry. With your rapier, it's a +6. So that's you rolled a 9.
6.
Okay, 6 plus 6 is 12. You're unable to hit the chain devil as it makes its way back up. End of the turn. Everybody who is grappled falls 500 feet. Everybody roll initiative, please. Okay, so who's grappled?
Me.
How
Can I
many
just like
dice for
splat?
initiative?
No,
just one
you
d20, yeah.
you start your turn 5 feet above the ground.
Okay. Alright.
Oh, yeah, because it's 5.
Because you place yourself at 505 feet up in the air.
19. Actually 20.
Oh.
Okay. Are you
It's
keeping
only
track?
20d6.
Are you keeping track of initiative?
Yeah.
I'm at 13.
All right.
An 8 for Levy.
Cool. I'm
19.
so you're falling, you're not falling, and you're falling.
Who else is falling?
So Taladriel is falling, and then the giant vulture and the warhorse. Which means it's just the two of you up in the air, still potentially like ready to fight this thing.
I do finger guns at one
Nimi, what was your initiative?
It's 20.
20. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. And Taladriel, what was your initiative?
3.
3 plus 5 from your initiative. There you go.
Rogues are fast.
All right. Nimi, you're up first. Nimi Deus Devil.
Okay. So
You've hit terminal velocity.
right.
You're a giant vulture, chained basically.
Okay.
Your wings are sort of like stuck against each other. What do you do?
Would I have time to unwild shape and wild shape again?
Yes,
Okay.
you would. It takes a bonus action to unwild shape.
Okay.
I'm going. So unwild shaping is going to give you a free opportunity to escape the chains.
Okay.
Okay. So you can make a strength check. Athletics check. Difficulty is 14.
Okay.
That's
17.
17. What's your athletics?
My like
Yes.
plus it's 0.
Cool. So you, by unwild shaping, you were able to like, by taking back your elven form, you grow small enough that the chains, when they try to wrap where you were, kind of entangle themselves right above you. And as your action, you can wild shape again into.
Probably a giant eagle. Should I be flying at this point? Like.
It's your own. It's probably one of your only ways to get back in the fight.
Yeah.
But they are 500 feet up in the air.
I mean, I think I kind of want to wild shape into a giant eagle so I can like do the dive bomb thing.
Nice.
Back up.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your fastest flying creature?
It is the giant eagle, I'm pretty sure, because it's.
You also theoretically are large enough to support someone else.
That is true.
Yep.
It's very.
I don't believe D&D allows for
That's
the
very
like
cool.
Peter Parker accidentally killing Gwen Stacy by catching her. I think if you catch somebody, you're still good. Even
Okay,
if
who else is currently falling right now? You're falling.
I'm
Okay.
a horse, so you can't catch me.
It'd be tough to. I'm sorry.
Spider horse.
Okay, so I'm gonna need you to make
That's never gonna get
okay,
out of my head.
so you have to choose. Okay. If you want to like do the eagle thing to fly back up, I'm gonna ask you to make an acrobatics check to successfully do that. If you do, you double your speed for this turn. Okay. If you don't double your speed, and if you roll a 1, you still crash into the ground trying this difficult maneuver. Okay. I'm gonna say the difficulty is gonna be 20, this close to the ground. Then there's catching Tori. That's catching Taladriel. I think if you try to do both, it's gonna be a single acrobatics check, difficulty 25. If you try just to catch Taladriel, then it's gonna be a difficulty. I'm gonna say 14.
Okay, and then just doing the like doubling my speed. What was that difficulty?
20.
20. Okay. I think I'm gonna try to catch you. Sorry, I was gonna say no man left behind, but someone.
I mean, I'm a horse.
Yeah.
No horse. Is that also the horse?
The horse
that
is also where
has
Jack is,
Okay,
but-
so that was a 15 plus acrobatics, 16.
16, excellent. You catch
Saved.
Taladriel, preventing. Taladriel uses she her pronouns, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Preventing her from splatting onto the ground at terminal velocity. Hell yes.
Love it.
Cool. And if you'd like, you can move 70 feet back up using using your
Or
movement.
whatever your movement is.
Yeah, because it's 80.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Where am I? Yeah, it's 80 plus actually 10, so 90.
Okay, cool. So please keep track of how high you are.
Okay, so I was at 5, so 95 feet, right?
Hell yes.
Hell yes.
Okay, perfect. Who? So that's movement, action, bonus action. Who's next? It's you.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome back.
Thank you. I cast banishment.
Okay. What's the? Okay. I have magic resistance, so I have advantage to resist on all spells. What's the spell save?
16.
Charisma.
Charisma.
Charisma. Yes, I got a +5. Okay, cool. You successfully banished the
Yes.
You see that it shrieks. All of your friends are already dead. Oh wait, they're not. But you will all be too. And disappears. Cool. Bonus action. The chains that are near you and your friends do not disanimate.
Okay.
Hmm?
I said okay, but like silly. Okay.
Pop or not?
So one chain fell with you, one chain is still on you, which means there's one chain on Melora and one chain on you. So you're still grappled. The both of you are still grappled.
I can't really do anything for this horse, can I?
Nah, the horse is just gonna have to beat the athletics check to get the fly speed back.
But I can resurrect.
So because I've used this tactic in the past, I will allow you to fall
Okay.
if you'd like, and then so you can fall 500 feet, and because you have a flight speed, you can catch yourself 5 feet above the air, or basically matching Oh, actually, no. Yeah. Basically matching where the horse is if you need to get in close range to do something for the horse. If you have something.
I was
If
gonna
you-
say like, I just like have my little hands. Like I don't have like something super awesome. I don't think to like.
Yeah,
lift
that's
up
fair.
a horse.
It is a horse in armor, so
I also,
Question: would the telekinetic shove do anything?
it would reduce the fall speed. If he was able to get under you.
Can you pull too with shove, or is it only
I
away?
think it's only shove. 'Cause I've wanted to pull, but I think it is just. Let's see.
Cool. I'm gonna let you decide what
Yeah, this says shove.
you want to do with your
Oh,
bonus.
it says toward you or away from you. And a creature can willingly fail to save.
Cool. Okay. Do you drop 470 feet from the air, and then that would reduce the fall damage by 10 feet worth of falling, which is significant.
Do I know this horse?
I mean, it's Alex's steed, and it has Jack tied to it.
Okay. Okay, sure, I do it.
Cool.
I
So,
go.
sounds good. Do you resist the?
Nope.
Okay, cool. In this case, the fall damage goes from 20d6 to 18d6 if you fail. Whose turn is it next?
It is the chains.
Cool. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna do one chain on you.
AC is still 25.
Yeah,
You're lucky to
I
reinforce.
think the 12 is not gonna hit. Okay, this one is still grappling you, so it is going to not do anything. I can't attack while I'm grappling. This one is actually going to. No, if you fall, yeah, if you fall, you fall. This one is going to lurch up into the skies and is going to attack you. So, trying to make you fall back down.
I should
Does-
stay down.
Does a 14 hit?
I think no, but
Giant owl.
yes.
Okay, cool.
Giant eagle. My AC is 13.
Cool. You take 10 slashing,
Okay.
and at the end of this turn, when your Looney Tunes runs out, you will fall 95 feet to the ground with Tori, with Galadriel. Cool. I missed that attack. I hit that attack. I'm not doing anything. This one is still wrapped around you, and it is just gonna. Actually, hold on. This one gets off of you. You're no longer grappled, and it is going to jump up into the air and going to attack you because you're now close enough. Does an 11 hit?
No.
Okay, well, cool.
What are the little bad things happening to Jack's body if it hits the ground?
I'd imagine
That makes
18d6
sense.
damage would not do good things, even to
Yeah.
a corpse.
Yeah,
Corpses are objects, right?
yes.
Great.
Cool. I mean, it's
Are we thinking mending?
mending. It's gonna take a while. Okay.
I mean, we got a whole hour to cast Raise Dead, so.
I can't help the horse, but I might be able to help Jack.
Who is next?
Can I, just out of curiosity, the chain trying to grab me, like, as a bonus action or something, can I, like, let it grab my arm or something?
You can do that as a free object interaction. You will suffer the consequences of. You will take the damage, but not the grapple.
Done. Easy. Deal.
You take 9 slashing. Make a concentration check for
I
flying.
pass.
Okay.
I would like to drop 500 feet.
Okay.
With the chain, with me.
Okay.
And 5 feet from in touch distance of Jack.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Dimension Door and go 500 feet back up, leaving behind all the chains and taking Jack with me.
Nice. Nice.
Okay.
Cool. The chains are flying, so they're not going to take fall damage. But yeah, you're able to. Okay, hold on. Dimension. Jack is.
I
an
can't take the horse.
object.
The horse is a large creature. It has to be my size or smaller. And
Okay. Can
objects
Can you take an object with
are
you?
only limited by my carrying capacity.
Okay. So you try to grab him in free fall while he's still attached to the horse. Okay.
Yep. That's
So,
that's the
I'm-
maneuver here.
I'm gonna need you to make a sleight of hand.
Can I argue acrobatics?
You can argue acrobatics.
Cool.
I'm gonna say difficulty. What's Jack armor class?
Jack's armor class is 15.
Cool. Difficulty is 15.
16 plus 4, 20.
Okay. You have advantage because you're
Blade Song.
when that happened as your bonus action at the start of this turn, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So bonus action dropping. It's gonna be your part of your movement to like ramp into him, and then as your action you teleport back
Yes.
up 500 feet. Excellent. What does Levi say in response to being saved?
Me too!
Okay, cool.
No! Father! Father, where art thou?
It is your turn.
Okay.
So currently you are on a giant eagle that whose wings are wrapped in a chain with razor blades coming out of it. And
I
it
thought
is
they ditched the chain.
yes. And then
Oh,
I grabbed him again. You are about to fall about 95 feet to the ground.
Didn't Galadriel have fly cast on her?
Yes, that's right.
Yep.
So, would you like to? What would you like to do in this instance? You can fly off, or
You're like,
Or try to help Mimi?
I'm not really sure what she has. Well, I thought about taking a short bow, and well, no, she's constrained.
no. It's your chains actually flew up to attack him, so you're no
Okay.
longer restrained.
Well, then I'm gonna take the short bow and shoot directly at a chain,
Sounds
and
good.
then anchor it to something.
Okay. So because the chain is currently like restraining Nimi, I'm going to say you can have advantage if you are willing to potentially hit Nimi.
Oh no, I was aiming at the area in between.
Okay.
But I guess if
Go ahead and roll the 3 d20s for me, and tell me which one is the highest one.
okay, 19.
19, excellent. Plus
10.
plus 10 to attack. So in very short range, you draw your bow. You're going to let go. So I'm gonna need you to roll the all of the damage dice of one of the sets I gave you. So
Please.
all of these. rolls. That's going to be
10, 21, 26, and then plus another 6, 32.
32. Cool. The chain has resistance to piercing damage, so that gets halved to 16. Oh yes. Cool. The chain is not broken, but it is on about to break. So my question is, do you stay with the falling giant owl and risk your life, or do you like fly to safety?
I stay.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks.
Cool.
I don't know what we're gonna do, but thank you.
At the end of the turn, you both fall 95 feet. So that's
96.
96.
Just think about it like a upcast fireball.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
Cool. You're both going to take 30 bludgeoning damage as you crash into the ground. The chain itself is shattered by the impact.
Take that, you chain.
Okay, so I'm unwild shape.
You're unwild shaped.
Yes.
Okay.
Go
Cool.
for one rule, you must never break the chain.
Yeah.
But what if we have nothing to lose but our chains?
Mm.
Okay.
Very good.
That's new.
The horse! The horse still gets a chance to try to break the chains and not die.
That's true.
I'm still
Okay.
concentrating on flying on the horse.
Yeah,
Okay.
so as long as the horse...
It's a difficulty 14 athletics.
That's a 17!
The horse kicks, manages somehow to untangle, sliding some of the chains off of its armor to basically
Thrashing wildly with its
yeah.
hooves. I'm coming, father!
So as your action, you're able to get out of the chains. Bonus action in movement.
Movement.
You are 5 feet from the ground.
Yeah, so, I'm going 60 feet up and trying to keep clear of chains.
Okay, sounds good. Cool. New
Yeah.
new turn. I'm mostly finishing this turn to see if I'm able to get
Somebody's at
you
your
to
front door.
break concentration.
I
Sorry?
thought I heard somebody at your front door.
Maybe Lily? But if it was, then she has a key. Also, you're in place.
Cool. So Nimi is going to be first to act. You're, I believe, out of wild shapes.
Place?
Yes, I am done with all that. Okay, so am I the only? I'm not the only one on the ground, right?
I'm like really close to the ground.
Okay.
You're 30 feet from the ground.
I am.
Okay. Are you
yeah, that's
about to
that.
sled?
Like you can have fallen closer if you'd like.
Oh, you mean because of like my
But you
telekinetic?
you needed to get within range of the telekinetic shot. So you're 30 feet or lower from the ground.
Can I choose?
Yep.
Is the ground bad? Is the floor lava?
No, we're trying to get out
Get out of where?
the city.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you have a chain currently? No, you're just like you're
I'm
not
not
about
chained.
to fall and slide.
A chain is attacking you, but you are not grappled and falling.
Oh, okay. So I can get this chain real quick.
Get it.
Get them. All right. No more wild shapes. I'm trying to see if any of my new 4th level spells would be good.
Yeah. Do you have anything that does a lot of damage to like? Yeah.
Are your
Yes.
chains resistant to necrotic damage?
No
There's
comment.
always blight.
Are they objects?
Yes.
So shatter.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of us have shatter.
I don't.
I do, but I seldom prepare it.
I don't shatter.
You're a rogue.
Okay.
I'm a horse. We don't have shatter.
Do you have your full list of
quote of the game.
Do you have your full list of spells?
I have
forgot
my
about that.
list of spells that I already have, but I haven't added. Like, I
Okay.
haven't decided on my
Okay, cool.
fifth yet.
So,
you basically did. It's
you,
just you roll 3 dice
just
instead of
the-
only rolling 2.
Oh, I got you.
This one time, I will allow you to get shatter.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So shatter.
Eagle screech.
So just let me know at just decide at what level you're casting it, and I don't have saving throws as a chain. Yeah, because I'm an object, so I don't. Cool. So shatter is thunder damage. Hell yes, I'm resistant to no, I'm immune to thunder damage. Ha! Cool.
Well.
Well, it has. I guess it doesn't take. It says disadvantage on the saving throw.
Yep. I probably failed the saving throw that does not hurt me at all.
There.
Okay. So you're completely immune to it, or just resistant?
Yes, fully immune.
Okay.
I'm immune to psychic and thunder. For
All right. Can I switch it up, or have I now committed?
Start
to
poisoning those
You-
chains.
I'm sorry you've committed.
that? Okay. Well, just this once. I'll say I did it at 2nd level.
Okay.
Did you have a scroll for it?
No.
By the way, there's a pile of magical objects that have not necessarily been assigned that y'all might want to spread out and assign for this session. Who? That's gonna be your action. I don't think you move around or bonus action.
I don't think so. No.
Cool. Shatter makes this gigantic shockwave, this thunderclap that resonates all around you, and even like clears a decent amount of the fog, meaning that you've drawn attention.
Great.
Who's next on the initiative?
Dave's. Sorry, Cornelius.
So druids don't actually have shatter. I just looked it up.
Why?
So whatever that means
okay,
to you.
okay.
Such a nature spell.
Right? No, I looked it up. It's-
Could we say that I did Blade, or maybe Nimi just had like a crazy moment and went?
Maybe they secretly had a scroll that was
Yeah.
useless and actually hurt us.
There's a number of other spells like Call Lightning or Moonbeam that could be damage. You also have Blight that's always prepared.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, what if I did Blade instead?
Cool.
What then?
Spend the spell slot, and what's I failed the save because I'm a chain. So go ahead and roll.
I am a chain.
Go ahead and roll the damage.
Okay. I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, we're not that far. You just head west of here, Cameron Road. It's just to the left.
14.
14 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay. The chain is still alive.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. It was.
That was a different one.
Yeah, that was a different chain. Cool. The chain is still alive with 4 HP. That's your turn. Who's next?
It's just the one chain.
There's one chain in front of you. There's one still attached to. Actually, no. There's one that was near the horse that is still around, and there's one that is all the way up near Melora, but that's 500 feet in the air, so that's going to be difficult to interact with.
Could I cast Holy Word on a chain?
Is the target of Holy Word a creature?
It just says against the target.
And then further up above on the description, it's gonna say, Okay. Well, you're gonna have to look it up to see if there's You're gonna have to look it up more specifically because there's supposed to be something that tells you what you can or can't target with this.
Is it a save or an attack roll?
It's a ranged spell attack.
Oh, okay.
Oh, if it's a ranged spell attack, then yes.
Oh,
You
cool.
it's just for saving throws that you might not be able to do it on an object. Cool. Go ahead and roll to attack. My armor class is 20.
Oh.
You got it.
Oh, it's not gonna do that. It's a 10.
Okay, cool. You're still 95 feet in the air. Do you want to move? Do you want a bonus action?
I'd like to telekinetically shove
Okay.
the chain.
Okay.
Down, I guess.
Sounds good. It fails the check. It can't make it can't make any saving throws. So you throw it down 10 feet. Who's next?
I also want to move up to closer to where everyone else is.
Everybody else is on the ground apart
Except for me.
except for Melora and
Okay,
Melora's
then I will stay where I'm at in the middle, just like.
Sounds great. Who's next?
Chains.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Both of the chains are going to attack Cornelius. Does a 13 hit?
No,
Does a 26 hit?
that does.
Okay, you take 10 slashing and you're grappled.
Okay.
Also, make a concentration check. Difficulty is 10 to keep concentration on the banishment.
It's a 22.
Okay,
That would be
cool.
awful if a chain devil just suddenly boom, blinked back into existence right next to Melora.
This-
Melora's like, I'm gonna get a pedicure.
This chain drops from you to attack him. So it drops like most of the way of 500 feet. And that's gonna be my last attack. The 13 hit.
No, armor class
Okay.
is 19.
Cool. I think we're gonna call it for this fight. Your character are able to like dispose of the rest of the chains relatively easily, and this chain devil does not come back.
Yes.
Cool. So that's
Clutch banishment.
Thank you.
that's gonna be 700 experience points per person.
It took me like seeing it on my spell list to realize that you had mouthed banish at me. I was like, yeah. I can't read lips, but I can retroactively read lips.
It's like me, but here.
Once you once you got the context clear,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, yeah.
So am I marking this experience on Jack's sheet? Or is the horse getting 700 experience?
You, it's the group. It's the group. Okay, the horse can't level up, so
700.
If the horse gets experience,
Well, you don't
I
have
can
to
steal from the horse.
That's just double experience points. I don't know if we want to give Rin that power.
Just like drain his.
only when there's a player playing it.
Okay.
Cool. As the fight subsides, you find yourselves close to the ground. Some of you still able to fly.
I think you hear just a tiny whisper from high above you. Get off the ground! Get off the ground! What does Melora see rushing towards them?
The fog.
Is the fog evil, scary fog, or is it normal fog?
I mean, you're in the
Everything
cemetery.
in
You're in
a-
the cemetery. You tell me.
Is this because Shatter? Well, Shatter didn't go off.
Oh, that's a good point. But
That's
I mean,
still
we're
probably not a great
fighting.
idea.
People were still falling from 500 feet, you know.
Yeah.
Dramatic stuff.
Okay. Can I assist with this, like, everyone get off the ground effort?
Sure.
How can I do that?
So right now, the horse is still able to fly.
And is not carrying anything.
At all?
So anybody who's having trouble flying.
Oh yeah, you're holding on to Jack. Make an athletics check for me, please.
Yeah, how big did I say Jack is? Hold on, I think I have
12.
it written down.
Okay, I was setting the difficulty to 12, so you.
Yeah.
Jack's nice and lean. He's only 190.
Get the horse up here.
Grab someone?
Can you grab someone?
Yeah.
Sure,
so-
but the horse can also carry both of you.
Oh, then deal with that,
Yeah.
horse.
That. Thank you.
Can fly, can carry both of you.
Cool. So, y'all are going to not have this encounter for a little while longer. Cool. You, you successfully fly up out of the crater, and you make it towards the top. Do you pass near where the tower, where the watchtower is, with the camp of the Paladins of Glorstadt, or do you steer clear from them? The tower is usually where the medical team of is usually where the medical team is at. So.
I was gonna say, could we knock them off the edge with, like, earthquake? But I feel like that would be a war crime. To
Probably.
attack the medical camp.
Probably, yeah. Everybody gets up to altitude. Melora looks at Nimi and Cornelius and says, I'll need a little bit of help getting this one back to the architect's tower. You think you can take a look at him there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great, wonderful, cool. Hey, Tal, can you give me a hand with this one?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. we each take an arm. We're like swinging Jack as a baby along the way.
And it's just
I feel like quite a scene.
One of you is gonna roll athletics with advantage.
Who's higher
I'm
athletic?
gonna trust you on that one.
Okay, athletics.
let's
Right
see.
here.
Yeah.
Oh,
5.
you have
Plus
an
what?
advantage.
Not
Advantage.
bad.
So you roll 2 d20s
Oh, okay.
and keep the better one.
And you'll add 5 to it.
You better work. Work.
The difficulty is gonna stay at 12.
Yep.
Um,
14.
No, yeah, 14.
Cool, excellent. You, y'all are able to make it out of the crater, steering clear of the watchtower. You're still spotted by crusaders, but I like.
Well, how big?
And a couple of you see that, like, after one of them confirms, no, they're not, they don't have any teeth on them, other than the normal amount. you see like multiple crusaders cheer at you for, you know, making it back alive out of the dungeon. Not everybody does. Cool. Do you climb back up 505 feet? Do you stay at 505 feet and expect them to follow to that height?
Yep.
Cool. 1 minute is.
Doesn't matter because they're on the horse.
Well, they're on the horse. I don't know.
Well,
if
y'all
horse
are
can-
on the horse, right?
I thought
We're
the
on
two
the
of them.
horse.
Oh, you have flight on you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Are
can
you
both
al-
fly.
are you also
so
on
can
the horse?
Sure.
At least you can be.
Then you don't fall once you reach the minute, and I don't need to do math for how long this
600
takes.
feet.
Uh,
If I'm dashing.
Yeah.
The whole time.
like one use
Oh,
of
yeah.
steps of night.
So
600
like
feet.
just getting back up to her would have used the rest of your the rest
I
of your
have
flying
one
time.
more.
But
Okay, horse
but
solid.
the horse survived the last encounter, and so everything is well. Yeah, your characters make your way back towards the large camp. You're going to see as you make your way to camp that a couple of the ballistas that have been installed by the Crusaders follow you on your progression, on your progress, and you get, let's see, D4. They're not gonna try to talk to the horse, but. So you hear a voice that says, Crusader here. What are you doing flying over our camp? This is prohibited. Land now.
I say in Sylvan, what?
Maybe smiling and waving.
How far are we from the architect's tower at this point?
I'd say 300 feet.
Cool. Laura looks at the rest of you, grabs Taladriel and says, "See you there."
Yeah.
And
We're
dimension
dimension dooring with Jack's body.
Okay, sounds good. So the three of them disappear, which leaves. Wait, hold on. Which leaves
They're on the horse.
Cool.
They send.
Are we 500
You
feet in the air?
Here.
You didn't hear that. That was a message.
Just a message.
Oh.
That was a message.
So only you could have
Yeah.
understood.
Yeah, I rolled the dice to see who I hit with that.
I messaged back, what?
Oh, you
in
have
Sylvan?
you have message as well.
Oh no, I thought
Doesn't message
you
give
can
you a
respond.
response?
You respond that like one time.
Let me check, because I know sending does. Can reply in a whisper. God damn it. Okay, cool. You respond with what in Sylvan. You're going to get the same message. This is a Crusader here. You're not allowed to be on to fly over this camp. You could be an enemy dropping bombs. Land right now.
We're about to land. Sorry, we didn't know.
Well, you should know about military regulation if you're gonna fly over a camp. Okay, cool. So, what do you tell the horse?
So the Crusaders say that we're flying over a military camp and we need to land right now.
How far are we from the tower?
300 feet, wasn't it?
Hmm?
I think we could just book it to the tower. But then they would know exactly where we're going. So.
Well, please hold.
Yeah.
I think I might have a spell for this.
Wait, I also should have a spell for this.
Okay. I'm gonna say let's take.
You're not concentrating on flying.
Let's take 5.
Wow.
So, you arrive because y'all are flying, and I'd like to ask all of you whether you arrive at the tower through the busted top floor that doesn't have any walls or a ceiling to stop you from just landing there, or do you go through the front door? So I'm gonna ask you two separately from the rest of the.
Melora teleported us to the top of the tower.
Cool. You. Okay. You try to do that. Make an Arcana check for me, please.
Pretty decent. 22.
Excellent. Cool. So you know that the private sanctum is regularly cast on the tower, but that it doesn't cover. Because there's no longer a floor here, it doesn't cover it all the way. So you're able to like teleport 10 feet above it and then drop to the ground.
Ready to drop?
Ready to drop.
Well, we're still flying too.
Cool.
Yeah.
You arrive at the top of a large stone tower. From afar, it looked like it had gone through multiple styles of architectural movements throughout its construction, because it looks like it was made by a different, like each floor has been made by a different architect. Arriving at the top floor, you can see the singed remains of some walls. Clearly, they're used, and the floor here is wooden, not the kind of floor that you'd have at the top of a well-constructed tower. You realize that a magical explosion happened here and blew up whatever floors were above this one. This is your first exposure to the architects of... Shit, I forgot the name. Did you bring the notebook back?
Yeah.
Excellent. Did you like it?
Yeah, I was flipping through it. I didn't really get a chance to pay close attention to it this week.
No worries. Cool. What about your team?
Didn't they tell us to go down?
What, the cops?
Yeah, we don't gotta listen to them anymore.
If you say so.
Could you fit through the top? Is it like a busted window, you said?
No, it's the whole top floor is missing. I think you'd need to squeeze into the stairs, but you could...
Architects of Norbram Solar.
Norbrum Solar.
I
Yes.
left it at home. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's all good.
I don't know. I'm not really comfortable with heights, you guys.
You're
Can
fine
I
for
go
it.
back down?
Now's the time to...
I'd really like to be on the ground.
You know what? You can
If
drop
we
us
like-
off at the top, and you can go back down.
No. We're up
Okay.
already. It's like real convenient.
I roll up to the side of the tower then. Wait for them to disembark, and then
Hop
go down to munch on some grass outside of the architect's tower.
Sounds good. Your first taste of grass as an awakened horse. What is Levi's first thoughts when eating grass for the first time?
This feels natural and yet unnatural, as if it is what I was made to consume, and yet have never once tasted.
It's deep.
Make a nature check for me, please.
I don't know what my horse is intelligent at. I think it's a 6, so that's a 7.
Cool. You unfortunately eat some strange plants that have come from the architects throwing magical failed magical potions around, and you are going to trip for roll a d6.
Alright.
6.
Okay, you're the horse. You count as poisoned in game terms, but you are tripping for 6 hours.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Back to the rest of the team.
Should have just came up with a.
What's the worst that could happen? Whoa.
First time eating ever. Oh, I should not have done that.
No more grass.
Everything does this? Alright. Well, I think it's wonderful that you guys have managed to find us. How much did you... Ben is having a hard time remembering where you two were for the lever.
So Atlas was not has not been here since the mansion, the House of Hush.
Well,
So like whatever pocket dimension I was in or whatever, I just like came out ninth level.
Yes,
Sounds like
you felt a powerful you felt a strange surge of power kind of out of nowhere.
I didn't know for certain, but the fact that you dealt with the devil above Chrysalis meant that
Yeah, I can do that.
you probably share some of the bounty, as it is.
Of
Melora's eyes
Unspeakable
go to
horrors.
Jack's hands.
Got it. Okay, no. Nimi said
Nice
unspeakable
and red.
horrors, and I was like,
That's enough said.
I've heard enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see Jack's corpse has scarlet blood red hands.
Yeah.
So, next question. Do we want to bring him back?
It's extraordinarily useful.
I can do a couple things that are new too,
Oh, I know.
and one of them is reincarnation. So Jack might be Jack, but not Jack if we use it.
It'd be Jack, but a baby.
I
Could be.
Reincarnation makes an adult body for you.
Oh, okay.
That'd be
I hadn't
kinda
finished
fun.
reading it, so I was like, that could be true.
You're like,
Then
what's
we'd
the
have to
baby roll?
babysit Jack.
And the dragon, and the
Yeah.
horse.
That could be fun.
Reincarnation also has to be cast on a creature before they die.
No.
No. Well, how long has Jack been dead? Because there's a count of 10 days.
10 hours.
10 hours? Okay.
We're
Yeah.
very good as far as either reincarnation or raised dead go.
I think Melora looks at the two of you and rather coldly goes, however you want to deal with it, and turns around and says, I have spells to scribe, and starts heading down to the architects.
Cool. Barbacoa comes out of the pouch of holding and starts to trot next to you. You see a baby red dragon coming out of a pouch that seems too small to accommodate its size. Sort of like climbs out, falls onto the floor. Wings clearly not at the stage to be working, and you see that she follows this one and then pauses for a second, comes towards you, and starts to like try to get onto your legs. Can you roll animal handling for me, please? So that's gonna be a skill. This one, so you have a +1.
11.
Plus 1, 12.
12, excellent. You see that for some reason you have some rations, you have some food rations on you. It is not going for the rations, it is going for your purse.
I'll give you a quarter if you stop.
You see that immediately she sits her butt on the ground.
Oh.
Well, you're just the cutest thing. Here, I'll give you 50 cents. Just because you're cute.
So 50 cents, that would be what, 5 silver? Cool.
Yeah.
You have 15, you have 15 copper pieces. You said 15 cents?
Oh,
No, that's gold. So you now have
No,
that's
wait.
gold.
Oh, yes. Cool.
So you have 14 gold and 5 silver then.
You you hand it over to her. You see that like she tries to grab all 5 of the coins and is struggling to hold all 5 in between her mouth and one of her paws as she reaches back.
Let's just put this in a pouch and wrap it around your neck.
You see that she's going for the pouch from which she came from to like put the the silver
okay.
pieces in there.
Okay.
To be clear, like this isn't mine. That's Barbacoa's. I don't touch that cash.
I believe the last time you tried, you were not able to retrieve any of the gold she's placed in the pouch.
Yeah.
That's all hers now.
You
I
had
would like to say, if possible, like I think Barbacoa's toy, Jack would like to keep, generally speaking, pretty close at hand, so he can take it out whenever needed.
Yeah.
So it might be relatively visible to her in this
Yeah.
moment.
I think that once she's done putting her coins away, she's going to walk up to Jack's body and lays down next to it and munches on the fire salamander's skin strips.
Did she steal the toy?
No, she it's attached to you, so she is not able to take it off, but she just kind of settles down in a sleeping position. What do the rest? What did the rest of you do?
So, with whatever happened, do you think he'd want to come back?
I don't remember. I mean, I just remember you being like very. You didn't hesitate, but I don't remember the aftermath.
I'm
like-
talking to you.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is
I'm feeling
important
very.
to Nami.
You can both make a religion check. You can also make a religion check if you'd like.
Yeah, because I left like right after that happened, and I just.
16.
3.
Oh, wait.
3. Wait.
Oh,
5.
17.
16 and 17. So the two of you know that so spells to raise the dead, to make undead don't work like this. But resurrection spells like reincarnation, resurrection, true resurrection, and stuff like this require the consent of the soul being brought back to work. And as part of the ritual, 3 objects that are need to be sacrificed and accepted by him. This prevents usually being resurrected by your enemies, because the objects are supposed to be significant to the relationship of the people who are bringing that person back. So like that like if you do provide objects that symbolize your relationship with Jack, they will be destroyed, and Jack is more likely to come back. 2 out of the 3 objects need to be accepted as something that is significant to Jack's life for the resurrection spells to work. Otherwise, Jack stays dead. Another aspect that you should know is that when you die, you go to the outer planes, which have been fully devastated ever since the cataclysm, which means they're not the best place to spend your afterlife in general. It's one of the reasons why the Crusade is appealing to so many people, because they have the promise of going to Amateno's afterlife. That being said, that means you'll need 3 people to cast one of your resurrection spells.
Didn't Jack sign up for Amateno?
Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
theoretically, I'm
Yeah.
also in an Amateno afterlife.
Yeah.
But
So that may
knows how good that is
that-
either.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can still try to bring him back, and if it doesn't work, you'll know that he very likely wants to stay there.
Nimi feels conflicted, that being the last time I saw Jack. And so if I were to kind of resurrect him, I would probably go to reincarnate because it would feel more like a fresh. Well, because like he would get a fresh body, like he wouldn't look the same.
Probably cure the curse of healing too.
Jack
That's an interesting.
Jack died like more or less being a tank near you, allowing you to survive the fight that you were in. Otherwise, you only know Jack as the human, one of the people who pulled the lever to potentially stop the people inside of the tower from suffering and giving them quick death. Is Taladriel interested in trying to bring him back to life?
Yes.
Cool.
Without a doubt. Solidarity and all that stuff.
Sounds good. Since they discussed how resurrections work, you would know that you're going to need to give up an object that is significant to your relationship with Jack, even though it's not been a very long relationship so far.
Okay, we'll go with the short bow.
Sounds good? Yeah. Like,
So do I cross that out?
not yet.
Okay.
The spell needs to be cast first.
Basically, a statement of like, "Hey, I'm the archer you met."
Yeah, but it's also significant because it is what like you fought together.
Yes.
Right. So you're getting ready for potentially casting resurrection.
Okay, so if I cast it and you help me cast it, how do you feel about it? Will you like join?
Sure. I just like. I didn't know him like that.
Yeah, I was trying to think of like an item.
I like actually.
It
don't
would
know
probably
what I
be
would.
barbacoa related, but I don't.
Look at
Yeah.
my inventory.
I mean, you could also look through Jack's inventory if you
Yeah,
like.
can we use his stuff?
Yes.
Oh, that's easy.
I've got chainmail, a halberd, shield, hand axe and spears, the barbacoa toy, which is some gold coins with like salamander, like dried skin tying it together, and Caleb's head.
Ooh, that one.
Oh yeah, sacrifice that one.
Honestly,
that.
that might be the most significant.
He'd come
thing.
back and kill you again.
The only thing I know about Jack is that he wanted to kill Caleb.
Yeah, but she wanted to get the head.
Oh, I also have like a little like drawing of my family that my daughter
That's
made
true.
that I've been showing to everybody at every possible opportunity.
It's adorable.
That getting destroyed would be symbolic
You know,
in
my-
more ways than one.
We
My
could
daughter
make a
that I don't
copy.
know is now dead.
Right.
Did he forget about that?
Yeah,
Yep.
he got bonked. He no longer remembers
Oh,
this.
that's true.
Maybe we skip a drawing. Okay. I think it would be Caleb's head.
Yeah, I don't want to touch that. I would do barbacoa spice.
Okay. Sounds good. Which spell do you cast?
Reincarnate.
I think it'd be best to give him a fresh start.
Sounds good. All right. Roll a d100, please, Frey.
Okay. Alright, Super Saiyan dice. You do your
Do we
thing.
like hold hands? Clap this word.
What Pokemon?
Rare
Yeah,
Yeah,
oil.
it's like
Rare
46. What am I?
Do we have to?
Ah!
Ooh, nice save.
Probably.
Would you like? would
You,
like
I'm
to
not
make
going
an
to
announcement?
tell you. You're only going to have Anders' face reaction to tell you what a 46 gives you. That's gonna be
Oh.
cool.
You reincarnate ask Caleb.
I'm gonna have the three of you holding hands, and as you describe, you're going to see a sort of like fiery golden portal that appears above Jack's dead body, and you're gonna I'm gonna have you like say a few words to explain why this object is significant before destroying it. So I'm gonna need the three of you to hold hands while this ceremony is happening, and are you?
I let you walk
I'm
away
not.
coldly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You cast the spell, so you're going to start.
Okay.
I don't want to actually hold hands.
Okay.
But Davis is.
Okay. Jack.
Sad music.
It was sad. Hold on.
Okay. Jack, you joined our party kind of unexpectedly. You've been a wild card. I will leave it at that. You deserve to come back as a new person. And I know you'll always have the bond with Barbacoa that I appreciate. And that's why I am including her toys.
Cool. You throw the toy into it. I need you to make an animal handling check.
I'm so sorry, Barbacoa. We will make you another one.
It's gonna be difficulty 10 or more.
Oh, what is this?
Animal handling.
Animal handling.
You have a big bonus, Dan.
Okay. Yes.
That's an 11.
It's an 11.
Cool.
Just
You're
barely.
able to grab Barbacoa's wing as she tries to jump into the portal after the toy.
I should have thought that one through a little.
Do we have her bag?
No, the bag is still on.
Okay, can I hold her scruff?
Yeah.
Not without letting go of the hands. It's gonna be one of you
Fair.
that's gonna need to hold her. Cool. Which means your hands are used. Your hands are both used. Which means you can't throw the object right now.
Can I kick it?
Hmm?
Can I kick it?
Yeah.
I can't.
Okay.
I realized this, so I'm like, oh, I guess I could telekinetically shove it. I'll do that.
Sounds good.
We're holding hands.
Just levitates in.
Is it my turn? Okay. So, I picked Caleb's head because the one thing I knew about Jack, basically, is he wanted that fucker dead. And also, I just realized it is also significant of my relationship with Jack because one of the only other interactions I had with him, he was decapitating the other versions of me. So this feels right in more ways than one.
Loves a good decapitation.
I hope you get a fresh start, and that this life is better. And I telekinetically the head into the portal.
At this point, you hear a voice from downstairs, Melora, saying, "Hey, you guys didn't sacrifice Caleb's head, right? I mean, he needs that to get paid."
For what? For what family?
That's a good point here. What family?
Yeah.
Yes, but he doesn't necessarily remember that he doesn't have a family to return to with the gold.
Well, I'll.
Okay. So, Frank, I'm gonna ask you: did Jack accept the first offering?
Oh, for sure.
Did Jack accept the second offering?
So here's my question for you, Simon.
Yes.
Should I make this decision based on
Are you asking?
basically, I'm asking, should I be making these decisions with intelligence or with the way my soul responds to it. Like, do I have a strong emotional connection and so it's able to draw me, or is my brain making these choices?
It's both, because you need to be able to refuse in case you identify that this is an enemy trying to bring you back to life, right? But mostly, what will drag your soul back is the emotions.
Right.
So you can want to accept the offering, but still not have enough strong emotions related to it or to the person who's calling you back, that you end up refusing it because it's not strong enough.
Right.
And in that way, I feel like I nailed it.
I mean, yeah, I think Caleb's head is a very strong indication that it is specifically this group. Caleb's head simultaneously makes me go,
The fuck?
Yeah.
Fuck.
guys,
The head is going
guys,
to.
what the hell?
The head. You are aware that the head and the toy are going to stay in the afterlife after you come back to life.
So, yeah, I mean, it's clearly them.
Yes.
It's people who have my stuff and understand its importance to me.
Yes.
Well enough to know that sacrificing some random guy's head could be effective.
My last question for you is: does seeing that the head was sacrificed make you less motivated to come back to the material plane?
I mean, at the end of the day, as motivated as I was to kill Caleb, it was because it was a job. This means that I have now failed a job to the First Bank of Lesnia, which that's never a good situation to be in.
Is he aware that he needs 2 out of 3?
Make a religion check.
Because he'd be like, not this one. Well, let's see what the third one is.
15.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's enough to bring him back. He knows it's y'all.
Sounds good.
He wants to come back to his family at the end of the day. This feels like a safe way to do so. He's gonna be maybe a little steeped about it.
What does Taladriel say before sacrificing her own bow?
Well, I believe that.
I just need to let you know one thing. It is a +1 enchanted bow, meaning that if you buy a regular bow to replace it, you will do 1 less point of damage, and it will be, and you'll have a +9 to hit instead of a +10 to hit. So
That's okay. We have to bring our comrade back.
Love that. What does Taladriel say?
Well, we fought next to each other very valiantly, and I just refuse to allow you to disappear to the annals of history. So you're coming back with us.
Sounds good. This one, the portal blazes more strongly as this passes on. This is the only possession that was not Jack's in the first place, creating a tether that brings. You see something coming through through the portal as it descends into Jack's body, and you see Jack's body starts to glow and shift. His ears become pointier, his nose becomes longer, and he shrinks, becomes smaller and smaller until he opens his eyes as a forest gnome. in the clothing of a human, which means okay, I'm gonna. Oh, did you have a variant human?
I did.
What was the feat you got out of it?
Polar Master.
Okay, tell you what. Tell you what. I'm gonna let you keep Polar Master.
Okay, yeah, sure.
but there's one gnomish feature you don't get in exchange.
Okay, cool.
I'll look it up.
Sure.
I'll sacrifice the lower movement speed.
I mean, at least I'm already a barbarian, so I have increased movement speed.
Yeah, there you go.
Barbarian.
35.
Have you been a barbarian this whole time?
No.
Got it. I was like, I missed that?
Yeah, respec when my whole family died. And
Yeah.
Like you have this boiling, unbridled rage within you, and you don't know where it comes from.
I think I
Very
do not
well
know minor illusion. Yeah, the forest gnome cantrip that you get. I don't have that.
Sounds good to me. Actually hold on. Let me think about it. Is this the type of campaign where I should let you keep Polar Master? It is essential to your build, which means it would hurt a lot. All right, I'm taking it to a vote. Everybody who thinks Frey should be able to keep Polar Master and sacrifice Minor Illusion, raise your hands. Cool.
Okay, this is weird. I think I'm voting against. Like, so much of this is already, like, everything about Jack is being taken from him. Like, he's just a whole different person compared to literally, like, 4 sessions ago.
Yeah.
Quite literally. And I think losing even his, like, signature weapon
fighting
here.
style.
Oh, yeah.
I think I kind of like that.
And
I
that
think
was kind of the reason I
Cool.
chose.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with losing Polar Master.
Cool. But you're outvoted. No.
Sorry.
No,
I'm rolling with it.
hell yeah. Cool. You lose Polar Master. You're also going to need to adjust your stats, I think.
Yeah.
Are you not okay with the like?
Sorry.
Actually, I think because compared to human
You
variant.
have dark vision now. So you're welcome.
There we go.
Yeah. Something that you couldn't just give to him.
Yeah. He doesn't need us to give it to him. We gave him life. I don't know what else he wants.
So
I brought you into this world.
I did not previously have to ask this because I was already just doing human variant. But are we doing the like?
You can spread it out. You can spread.
It doesn't have to be intelligence, dexterity.
You can spread the racial bonuses however you prefer.
Okay. Proficiency in 1 skill. So I lose 1 skill. I lose Polar Master.
I'm gonna let you do that in silence while I move to Melora. Melora, what do you do as you enter the library portion of the tower, where you're going to see what experiment is going on that needed to like evacuate all of the non-architects from this floor?
Yeah, I think they're working on. It's very mechanical. It's Vesper's got like a new like a drivetrain system that she's trying to. It needs space to be able to lay out all the components.
Sounds good. You see that the engine is aimed at the only wall that doesn't have precious books on it. Cool. You're going to find Vesper with a couple of people assisting her, and I think sleeping in a corner is Fairman. Yeah.
I'll sort of thump down the stairs. Oh, wonderful. What's your latest here, Vesper?
Improved engine. I'm gonna need somebody else to try those out for me. I almost died in the last one. By the way, did I almost run into you?
Yeah, that was won't happen again. Rachel and I took a wrong left-right turn somewhere in there.
Do I hear this conversation?
It's around that time that you yell, "Hey, I hope you didn't sacrifice the head."
Yeah.
Cool. Vesper says, how'd you get up there?
Long story short, we ran into an unexpected amount of power in the dungeon. So we're gonna need to shift focus a little bit, particularly recruiting and retention wise. I can't. I would love to help you with this. I would. Is there anything that you need to get this to work?
Gold.
And we got some.
And if you come by the tracks at any point, you can serve as my tester.
Vesper, I am always willing to be a test pilot.
Sounds good. You'll still need to pay.
Ugh, fine.
Those experiments don't fund themselves.
Well, neither do your test pilots. Which is, I mean, not necessarily true in this case because I do fund myself, but...
Yeah, I'm giving you the opportunity to get treasure from the tracks in a way that you would not be able to otherwise.
So you're saying that she's being paid an experience?
Opportunity.
Yeah.
Who are you? How did you get in here? How did you get in here? We're running a test here.
I'm resurrecting a body. Over there.
When was the last time Theremin got arrested?
When you woke her up in the middle of the night to speak with her.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But she's been asleep for long enough. I mean, hey, listen. Please do me a favor and wake her up so I don't feel bad when I start the engine. It's gonna wake her up anyways.
Deal.
You see that like she's like, all right, fine, we can finally get this started. And
Hey, Theremin, Vesper's about to start the engine. We gotta get you up. It's definitely Vesper that told me to wake you up. Sorry.
You see that you drag her back to the upper floor, reuniting the team. Vesper is going to say, back to this nightmare.
Hey.
They stole a bunch of our experiments.
Yeah, and how many of them are gonna like awaken at some point in the middle of the night and start killing Crusaders? Not zero. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, but they're more likely to like trash the things.
Yeah. Did we get the lab notebooks? Did they take the lab notebooks or just the like physical experiments?
They took some of our more obscure stuff about the nature of the universe. Some do you know about the trainers, the 100 soldiers in a train on the training ground experiment?
No.
Okay. It doesn't. Hi. Hello.
Hey.
So where are we in the process of resurrection?
You're done.
Okay.
But because he's not here, he's kind of comatose on the ground. You see, Theremin leans over and says, "Oh, this
Yeah. Sorry about the naked gnome.
naked. He just looks like he has clothing that are much too large for him."
We didn't strip him. I don't know why you're looking at me.
Wow, he's a little big for his britches.
He's too small for his britches.
It's too small.
Yeah, yes, that.
Other way.
So,
You said this is Thurman?
Yeah. Thurman,
Oh
we.
shit! I
have to
think
go
your
in
phone
real life.
died.
Oh.
Uh-oh. All right.
Wanna play Munchkin?
Yes.
Excuse me.
So we rolled for genitalia, and Frey having rolled exactly a 10, that means that Jack is now intersex. Cool. The rest of the party leaves, leaving the three of you upstairs with with Ferriman. Atlas, could you roll a luck die for me on a 9 or less? Something bad happens.
14.
14, cool. You hear the engine starting beneath your feet, and the tower shakes a little bit, but otherwise nothing else happens.
What was that?
That's Vesper's latest engine upgrade. I'm sure it's like the equivalent of fireball going off every half second down there. I wouldn't take the stairs at this particular moment, but yeah, Vesper's hanging out down there doing some research.
Interesting. I haven't seen her in a while.
Oh, she's
I mean, like,
exactly
I
like
haven't
you
seen
remember her.
Sounds like it.
If you're,
Thurman,
yes.
I have some information for you to compartmentalize.
In common, please.
I have information for your hat.
Okay, cool. Tell it to me, and then I'll store it in the hat and forget all about it.
That's the idea. Cool. I show the full tapestry. The what was it? The painting canvas pieces.
Hell yeah. Okay. Cool.
And the signet ring.
Hell yes. Okay. You see that she looks at these and says, "Wow, that's okay."
Artifacts from the dungeon, very, very important. Though at this particular juncture, they're not quite enough to be actionable.
Okay. I don't understand this, but free information. I'll take it.
Yep.
Hat, compartmentalize, and she puts her hat on. There's a couple of magic sparks, and as she puts her hat back up, she says, "What just happened?"
Oh, I was telling you that we need to talk about my position here with the architects.
All right.
It's well, the last little foray into the dungeon gave us quite a bit more potency. In point of fact, I was carrying 3 of us aloft on the way down here, and Dimension Door us from outside the Crusaders' camp to the top of the tower. You could say my purview has grown a little bit, and I'd like to see my responsibilities here reflect that.
Have you published anything recently?
I have a manuscript set to go out in a couple weeks.
Okay, we'll talk in a couple of weeks then. Oh, or do you want to maybe do an interpretive dance for me?
That's cold. And we both know that.
Listen, right now, the organization needs to look like it can endure through those difficult times. And
having strong people in authoritative roles will help.
define strong, because there's
Capable.
lots of ways to be capable.
And I have many ways to be capable.
Yes. Are they leadership related though? Because remember, as from what I know, you failed out of Bard College.
Yeah.
I know you didn't try for Bard College, but the other architects, that's how they see you.
Well, it's time for them to see me a little differently.
Well, what have you been researching recently?
Persuasion.
You've researched persuasion?
Magical methods thereof.
Ooh. That could come in handy.
It already has.
What have you found?
Long term.
Actually, hold on. How did you get that power you mentioned?
I believe the technical term is war crimes.
How does it correlate?
Unfortunately, there were impossible choices inside the dungeon. Worse than they usually are, of course.
All right, write a paper on that.
Well,
What role? Yes, you're present.
yeah.
High five.
So this is
Thanks.
a tiny blue-haired gnome lady called Fairman Lightfoot, and she is speaking to Melora as a sort of like authority figure at this
Okay.
time. What position are you interested in?
I want to take over recruiting.
You mean going? You wanna leave and go find architects around the place, or
I
around
want to
the world?
find architects among the adventurers here.
Direct recruitment. Yes, we could use more members. Yeah, if you write a paper with a sound theory for how other architects might be able to replicate your rise in power, then I don't see why not.
Consider it done.
Hi, I don't believe I've met either of you. Are you interested in joining the architects? We're a science based organization, fact-based organization that's trying to end the threat of the old gods through logical means as opposed to violent means.
Explosive tinkering.
I've always been a little bit more drawn to the more physical displays of violence, says the the 3'6" gnome.
We have uniforms that would fit you. Okay, show me what you got, prospective recruiter.
Well, what's this all about?
There are a number of benefits we can give you.
She wants a promotion, and she needs to convince me that she can recruit people.
Well, I believe that I've seen. I've been impressed by her throughout the, however, couple of weeks that we've known each other, and
I believe it's been an afternoon.
seems like so long. It's just one of those hours that feels like weeks, and I've seen nothing but upstanding, heroic behavior, and I believe that that's a good filter for any organization to recruit through.
Indeed. In fact, an organization that I've dedicated myself to, I believe would have such incredible benefit from someone with your skill set.
Well, how about that? I think I'll take a card, some information.
Certainly.
Excellent. You see that she's going to say application for membership is 20 gold pieces, and you have to present a thesis based on an experiment.
Let me go get a couple more gold pieces and I'll be back to talk to you.
Excellent. Okay.
One prospective candidate already?
I like it. Keep going like this and you'll be head architect in no time.
And in the meantime...
Recruiter.
Excellent.
Once you've published.
Man, that's real life for me.
Let's see it in a journal first. Then we can talk.
Too close to home. I hope it's okay.
Very good, yes.
Excellent. Cool. Fairman leaves you at the top of the tower. It is nightfall at this time. What are your characters going to do?
Bed down for the night.
The markets would be closed by now, I'd
Yeah,
imagine.
Certainly.
Well, then I am going to attempt to clean my weapons, but it's so much extra work because they're so much larger than me in comparison. Like, I'm just as strong as I was, but I now have to find a way to leverage my halberd to even just clean the end of it.
So you're back to polishing the now oversized halberd.
Yeah, polishing the old pole arms.
Yep.
Cool.
That's what
Now it's the only one I have.
Cool. So y'all are going to take a long rest, I presume. A long rest means that you recover all of your HP. You're back to 45. And I'm going to need you to write... so your longbow, I'm going to erase the +1 right here.
Well, that was with pen.
No.
It came
no.
off.
No. Okay, you're going to have a +9 to hit and a +5, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so write +9 here and +5 for the damage, and you are good. I think that's
1d8. Wait.
1d8 plus 6. 5 plus 5. Cool.
That's just a regular crossbow?
No, that's your short bow.
Short bow. Oh, I thought I had to get rid of it.
Remember we changed it when I realized that shooting with 2 weapons would use your bonus action, and bonus actions are really useful to rogues.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I think Melora burned the midnight oil a little bit and got another spell scribed. And when you guys get up in the morning, Melora is already up and keeping going on that spell.
Okay. Oh, so no.
No, I took this is to say Melora is working on that 5th level spell transcription in any possible moment. Yeah. So
Which
you
one?
guys guess.
Told you I was working on the power of persuasion.
But I thought gas was already in your grimoire.
In Balthazar's script, yes, not in mine.
But it is you. It is
Yeah,
yours.
the way that wizard spells work is like every wizard has their own code that they work on spells with. So
Yes.
I've been trying to give like a time for.
No, it's already in your grimoire.
In that case, fantastic, cool.
Cool. Do you write a paper on war crimes?
I couch it in such ridiculously technical language, it would be hard to know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay. In this case, I'm gonna require you to make a deception check. The difficulty is going to be 10 to determine to successfully write something that will get you the position, and 15 to do so while obfuscating the fact that murder is power.
Yep. Deception?
Yeah.
Can I argue for an intelligence?
No.
Yeah, 8.
Okay, cool. Faramir, like, you
Can I? Ooh, do I know that this isn't good enough?
Yeah.
Then, at some point you see Melora doing like the cartoonish rip a stack of papers into and again, and like tosses it in the air all around her, and then, like standing very, and then one by one just starts like prestidigitating them into like little piles of ash.
Sounds good. Y'all get a nice long rest at the local inn. You're greeted for the first time at the last Phoenix Inn. You see a little crow bird person is holding the register and is going to say, "Oh, you're an adventurer?
I certainly am.
Are you registered with us?"
With whom?
Oh, we're a co-op. This whole tavern is co-owned by all of the adventurers who've signed up.
Fabulous. Sure, I'll sign up.
Okay, what's your name?
I'm trying to give Taladriel the like.
Are you here?
Yeah. why
Okay,
not?
cool.
I mean, let me just step aside for a moment. I'll be right with you. What's the deal?
What languages do you speak? You're half elf. You speak Elvish, yeah.
Yeah.
Then we go to Elvish. It's a bad idea. The runner, the owner of the co-op.
There's all of the adventurers are the owners.
I know.
Molly
The
was an
founder of
not even the founder. No, she was just an employee.
The person who kind of like organizes the co-op is Bad News Bears.
Interesting. How bad news bears?
Is anyone else there with us?
Yeah.
So,
Known for bad news?
would you say that if that owner was no longer around, would the co-op be redeemable?
Maybe.
Melora says, yeah, probably.
I assume you haven't signed up either, and you're probably having to sign up for a new because you are not recognizable as
I have my paperwork. I'm telling you, I'm the same person.
Okay. If you disguised yourself, that's all right. here's your key, and here's your share for the day. And she gives you 1 gold piece.
Thank you.
All of the profits of all of the alcohol that we sell here, and the price of the room. You get a free room if you join. The price of the rooms are pretty expensive for merchants. That's how we make money, and then every adventurer who is part of owning the co-op gets a portion of those sales. That's
To be honest, if you're interested in the architects, this probably isn't particularly worth it. You'll get room with them and 1 gold a day.
There's not a lot of beds still available in town with the crusade here.
I'm gonna see what they're all about. Okay. Cool.
To each their own.
What do you do?
I'm a terrible decision. So I'll join for now.
Sounds good. What's your name?
My name is
Is that? Do you spell that with a, or with a?
My name is Teledrill.
She writes it down. She's gonna give you a gold coin and keys to a room.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to the last Phoenix Inn.
Yeah, I'm gonna like wander outside, but just so as to not try to like attract too much attention to myself.
Where are you going to sleep?
Probably maybe in my hut. I don't know.
That's valid. Cool.
I would like to go to the market, please.
Cool.
That's Frey the player, because all of my equipment is for a battle master fighter, and
You're like, we need to trade this in.
Sounds.
To the market.
To the market.
Market.
Sounds good. I'm gonna. Okay, cool. All of the standard non-magical equipment is available at Hoover's.
Is the price of a greatsword and a halberd equivalent enough to just do an exchange?
Tradesies.
Or do you want me to actually get the
Get
numbers
the.
up?
Please, actually.
I will get the numbers up and report in the chat what.
Just pay the difference.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, like if you want to buy or sell stuff, feel free to do so like outside of the session or and just like update me on whatever you're getting in the session. If y'all want, we can also take it together for like certain magical items and stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all go to Hoover's shop for whatever magical items you have reserved?
Yes.
Are you talking to me too?
I'd like to put a reservation. Yeah.
Cool. Do y'all remember how to make the rolls for rarity that I had brought up last time?
Gates at 12, 15, 18, something like that.
There we go. Magical items. Okay. So you said 12 for common, or no, 10 for common.
Yeah.
12 for uncommon, 14 for rare, 16 for very rare, and then 18 for legendary. Cool. So each of you gets to make a roll for whatever items you had tried to reserve. if you're ever interested in some specific magical items, like a ring of invisibility or something like this, you can tell the vendor. You can put aside. I think I said 50 gold pieces to basically reserve the item for when somebody else in the dungeon grabs it and sells it to Hoover. But right now you don't have enough gold for that unless if somebody else gives it to you. Don't worry about it.
Well, can I tell you what my character might be doing?
Yeah.
My character is currently out socializing with neighborhood youth and is, maybe giving a couple of them, maybe 3 of them, a gold coin to steal as much as possible and bring it back to her.
To steal what? From whom?
To try to lift, like, oh wait, that would help to know what the hell specifically we were lifting. To try to find a magical item, just try to lift one.
Cool.
Just
Cool.
try to
You
1 or 2.
you are going to try to start a rogue's thief's guild is what I'm hearing. Okay. I'm gonna need you to make a persuasion check. You're going to find 3 like young adults. Because we have child abuse as a line, and bad things might happen to those. The youth in question are like young adults. You're going to find 3 like miners. You can tell that they're miners because they already have their pickaxes. And
I thought you said they were young adults.
Okay, you get inspiration for that. And you see that their clothing is powdered in very thin purple purple crystals. You walk up to them. Go ahead and roll persuasion. The difficulty is going to be 12.
Oh. 16.
Nice. Plus, what do you have in persuasion?
17, 23.
Excellent. Cool. So like you talk with those 3 and like make a very good argument. If they get paid 2 copper per day for working in the mines, and they realize, there's all of those magical items around that are each worth enough for any of us to like retire and go and live somewhere else. That's a great idea. Can you like show us how to do it?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so what happens if you pay me 1 gold piece to try?
Yeah.
Okay. What happens if I try and I don't succeed?
Well, I'll bail you out of jail.
Okay, what happens if I try and I don't succeed, but I didn't go to jail?
We'll just try something else until you get it.
But I get to keep the...
Yeah, you get to keep the gold.
Deal.
All right.
Cool. Let's see. I'm gonna need you to roll performance to perform the role of trainer for a couple of thieves.
Oops. 4.
Hell yes.
5, 6, 7.
Cool. You project a lot of confidence, and at the end of 2 hours of like training and practicing, you send out your the members of your thieves guild out into the city of Avalon to return to you in 1 hour at at the front gate. Once they've either succeeded or failed their endeavors.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
So, if there's nothing that we like reserved, can we roll for like randomly the other stuff? we have?
Yes.
So if we reserve something but can't afford it, can it stay reserved and on the shelf, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Unless anyone wants to spot me 9K
What do you want?
Belt of Hill Giant Strength.
Damn.
Not realize how expensive that was. Holy shit. And that's
Well, gauntlets of ogre strength are significantly.
You can look at them.
I
Potion of
already
healing.
have
Hmm?
18
Potion of
strength.
healing.
Okay.
Potion of growth.
Potion of greater healing.
What did you get?
Headband of intellect. Your intelligence score is 19 while you wear this headband. It has no effect on you if your intelligence is already 19 or higher.
How much that cost right there?
Not laughing on those ways.
I think I put it in the general and I pinned it.
7. K.
Ooh.
7K.
Ah, gotcha.
Cool. Anyone want to spend anything? How much gold do we have right now at the table to just know if buying stuff is possible?
I have 2,000.
2,000.
About 1,000.
I'm at 1.
Cool.
12.
Yeah. So with 3,000, the headband of intellect and the Hill Giant Strength belt are not available. You could get a potion of healing.
How much is that?
Do I write down this thing here?
Sorry, it's on the list.
No. This is just like what's available. We don't have the
Oh.
money for it.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
50 gold
Give me
pieces.
the cards back, please.
Uh,
Potion of healing is 50 gold pieces.
Yeah. I'll take one of those.
Cool.
Is it a regular one? Is it gonna like curse my family?
Ooh! Thank you for reminding me. I'm gonna roll a d20 and I won't let you know.
Well, isn't it chunky if it's a bad one?
It's chunky if it's a good one that isn't cursed.
You are told by Hoover that it is a certified non-cursed potion.
Okay, and I buy that from him? Like, I believe it? Okay. Did you write on that with the invisible ink?
Hmm?
Did you write on it with the invisible ink?
Ooh, that would have been smarter than what I
Oh,
did.
that would have been fun.
You can roll insight if you want.
I was gonna say, like, can I do see invisibility on the potion? Nat 20.
Nat 20. Hoover absolutely believes what he is telling you.
Alright.
You do notice, though, that this is the same type of bottles that Clarissa
I think it was.
had when she still worked here.
So
he's
what?
putting selling her stock. All right. There's also a tent nearby, sort of obscured with a sign in front that says spell scrolls.
Spell what?
Spell scrolls.
Okay.
I had recently raided there. I think I'm probably good.
Sounds good.
Oh, wow.
Though I do note clone is up on the.
You reconvene after the market and the training. It's been an hour of this. You don't see any of your thieves returning.
Well, I will go out amongst people and search for.
Sounds good. Make an investigation check. So y'all see Taladriel leaves the group to go looking for something.
9,
9?
10, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Yeah, plus 6, so 15.
The first place you look, because they live here, they know this town, they wouldn't have gotten lost. The first place you look is where you find them, and it is in the jail, the small jail in this community. Yeah, basically it's a 2 stories building, but you can see that like all 6 of the cells are in the basement with barred windows, and when you pass in front of one of the miners, let's see, what's the miner's name, what's the miner's species, what's the miner's pronouns, and what's a distinct feature of this potential Thieves Guild person? Gregorio.
Dragonborn.
Okay. Pronouns?
He, him.
Okay.
Toothless. Can't accuse them of being in the cult of teeth.
What if he joined to have to?
Hi, ma'am, we got caught. We got caught.
It's okay. I kind of anticipated this happening. It's alright. I got your bail.
Okay. Thanks. Derek, they beat him up real bad. He hasn't woken up since we got him in here, and he's reading.
Okay. Oh no. Alright, well, that's fine. We'll just get you out of there.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
You enter the building. Do you let them know that you're trying to pay bail?
Yeah, I'm trying to pay bail. I'm just trying to get these kids out of here. They made a
Okay.
mistake.
So the 3 thieves. Yes.
Yes.
Can you before you pay? So you're talking to an eagle person, right? Wearing leather armor with a spear nearby, who looks at the fine and says, "Can you answer a couple of questions for me before you pay bail?"
I mean, I just wanted to pay bail.
I don't talk to cops.
I'm just curious. Do you know why the all 3 of those very nice kids decided to try this out?
Haven't the slightest idea.
Okay, roll deception.
Oh no, to
Plus
11,
13. No idea. Well, you better figure it out, because you're gonna want to stop them from doing that again. It's gonna be 50 gold pieces per kid.
13. Oh, okay. I don't really quite have that, so I will be back. I'm invested in their future, so I really appreciate you guys keeping them safe.
If you had that sort of money laying around, you could just give them 50 gold pieces so that they never have to steal again.
I'm not there.
That's a point. That's a point.
Just just food for thought. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Cool.
Oh, she turns. Oh, do you happen to know of? She brings up the people in the temple.
The temple from your backstory.
Yeah, where the other eagle person had tried to pay them to go rescue those people.
Okay, is this from your backstory?
No, this is from
This
when.
is all the kidnappings in the tower.
Yeah, the kidnappings.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because you've been sent to investigate that situation.
Yes, this is indeed the person who gave you that job. Oh right, I remember you were in the team we sent. Your team came by and collected the reward. We're I'm trying to save money to put a bounty on more details, but I already paid it to your team.
Well, that's all right. I just wanted to tell you that I'm sorry that we weren't able to. It was a hard decision that we had to make, but I mean, if you ever
listen, this mission was off the books and it was not paid by. It was paid with my retirement fund, so we don't need to discuss it here in the station.
okay.
Have
well,
a good day.
If I see you, just you have my loyalty, honestly. Thank you.
I appreciate that, and I will call you up on for help because we are understaffed. Have a good day.
Thank you. And I mean, I don't know how you how she would make gold. Like, I mean, she could get a little job. I guess.
Dungeon.
You can ask the others for gold if they are okay with parting from it. Yes, let's make the roll because today is a new day. So I'm gonna need a D4. I'm gonna need a D12 from you, friend. Could you roll a D6 for me, please? And could you roll a D4 for me, please? Oh, Gregorio! I love Gregorio. Already, cool. What did you roll?
4.
All right. Ooh, that 4 is supposed to be the. Yes, finally. Okay.
It's probably fine.
It's probably fine.
Probably fine.
I mean, I've ranked them from like worst to best. So, cool. What did you roll?
2.
2. That's gonna be scavenging crystals. Cool. Cool. What did you roll?
Roll the 3.
3. Okay. I'm gonna need you to roll again because the cooks are busy at this time.
2.
The cooks are cooked.
2. So the architects, and what did you roll?
A 2.
Okay. Lovely. Cool. All right. I'll figure something out. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna let y'all vote on it. Okay. You're gonna have. Let's see. 4 choices: acid, poison, glue, and oil.
Is that all the context we get?
That's all the context you get.
I feel like we've had oil traps in the past. I feel like we've had poison traps in the past. Acid and glue would be more novel. Acid glue?
I don't know if that's a 2-for-1.
From a mechanical perspective, I prefer making. My strength is really good. I have advantage on deck saves.
Okay.
So
Who votes?
acid and poison are probably both con. We'll go glue.
Glue?
Glue.
Hell yeah. Okay. Cool. Perfect. So what? Looking around, asking around, you're going to see that there is a crusader. No, actually, you're gonna see that there is a one of the miners is at the front gate saying, we got a job here for adventures if anybody wants. We got a job here. Cool. Hey, hi. We need crystals from the dungeon. You know, the pink or green ones. Crystals of nourishment. We haven't been able to like keep up with the demand, but the Crusaders they collapsed a wall in the Port of Wonders, opening up a whole vein of it. So it's in the north. It's really close to the sewer entrance, according to them. If you go there and collect it, I'm trying to gather money to pay bail for my son. So if you and right now the prices for the crystals are like really high. So if you could get that to me, I don't have the money yet, but I bet I could get you 200 gold pieces, maybe more, depending on how much you bring back.
All right. Well, sir, I just want to let you know that I take children very seriously. We must
Oh no!
support you.
He's a full adult. He should have known better.
Well, I would like to be able to of assistance. So I'll be pitching some towards that goal.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It's not often that we get adventurers that are nice and that are willing to work for something that does 200 gold pieces. I really appreciate you taking on that job. Thank you.
I got a question for you, Tal. That wizard that was running with all your little bodyguards when you saw us in the tower. You know where that whole group would have headed?
We can find them.
I just want to have a word with the wizard there.
Yeah. Sure. We can find them. I probably still have his. send a
Actually,
message on the pigeon.
the wizard you would have seen in the tower. The wizard's an architect.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Okay, damn. I was gonna try and recruit him.
No, I think we established it in the previous session. Hell yeah. Okay.
Well, I love that we could get a couple hundred gold doing crystals. I gotta say, taking a ride on Vesper's little magic carriage down there in the tunnels beneath the city might be a much more lucrative operation.
Yeah. So, how do you propose we?
We go up to Vesper and say we volunteer as tribute.
Okay, I'll do both.
We can get crystals on our way. Yeah.
Yeah. If it's not too inconvenient, we can always try to stop by. But
Hey, how are you doing?
Not great.
Just wanna
Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Check in.
money's always nice, especially since now I can never go home.
We'll work on that.
The bank's that mad?
Look, I don't have. It's not just a bank. It's everything there. And even if I did go back, what am I supposed to try to explain to Jane and John and Ned that their father's just a gnome now?
It'd be pretty tough to explain to them.
How do I look
Make it-
Nora
make-
in the eyes?
I was
again?
gonna say.
Make a deception.
I would like to make a deception check to see how
roll
much my
insight.
face reveals.
That's a 5 on insight.
Unfortunately, that's a 13. So
Okay,
I'm
cool.
like,
How am I ever gonna look Nora in the eyes again? With a bench?
I'm not gonna take that one.
yeah, I'm just like,
Galadriel doesn't even know about that, I don't think.
It seems he's got a family to return to.
Or at least had one. Hey,
he doesn't know.
I can't return to them.
Um,
Feels like he's no longer able to return. It's fine. I'm working with it. I'm pivoting. I can't go back, but they can just have a mysterious benefactor. So dangerous
That does have a charm of its own.
and well-paying. I'm in.
Send your first remittance.
all of you are able to. Do you wear a hat?
A hat?
Or like a something leathery as part of your armor?
I have. I mean, it's half plate armor. It's medium. Yeah, I'd imagine I have some kind of
Cool.
helm.
All of you are able to see that the helm bobs up a little bit by 5 centimeters, and when you take it off, you have a pair of ears on at the top of your head from the you joining Amateno.
So that's
What about
still
what about Curse of Healing?
That's a good question. Curse of healing?
What about Curse of Healing?
Yes, no.
Ooh, new body. No curse of healing, I think.
I'll just write my treatise on that. I'll just write my treatise on that.
Okay, sounds good. Everybody make a perception check for me, please.
19.
16.
11.
15.
Okay. So you, Frey, are going to spot that there is someone lurking about near the entrance that is keeping an eye on your party. Tall form, armed with a lute, and somewhat covered from like head to toe, so you're not able to see any like skin or identifying feature on this character. It doesn't seem as though this secret admirer has noticed you noticing them.
Okay, well, I'm not exactly the king of subtlety right now. And.
What do you want?
Yeah. Sorry? Is there something wrong?
Hey. Sorry. There's been a lot of rumors in town that I've been. I'm Solfege. Nice to meet you. You shake a very bony hand, and as she like peels back parts of her mask, you see that you are talking to an undead. She's got glowing yellow orbs inside of her eye sockets, gray skin, and you see that like a decent amount of perfume has been applied to hide the smell of putrefaction. She's going to say, okay, I'm with the monks of the Golden Door. I've been doing some research on someone that I think is a potential candidate for something very important, and I'd like to do a trade of information. If a couple of people have recognized you and you with a book, do you have a journal?
Like a diary?
Yes.
I have a diary.
I keep notes, yes.
Okay. Do you have the journal of Balthazar? I have a lot of information I can share with you.
Can I do insight on
Not
this
here.
person?
No. Let's go out into the Twilight Forest.
Okay.
Can I roll an insight on Soul Dash?
Yeah. Go ahead.
19.
She is very eager, very excited, but and you don't feel as though there is malice here. You don't feel as though you're being led into a trap, but you do feel that this is someone who's had to be determined enough to ask the different people that you talked to that might have recognized the book. This is someone who takes this very seriously.
What are Soulfish's pronouns?
She, her.
Is she staring at any of us in particular? Longer?
The two of you are the oldest party member whose faces haven't changed recently. So she's looking at the two of you mostly. If anybody wants, you can come and see her image
Yes.
from the screen.
Oh yeah.
So, actually, she's gonna prefer not to go through the camp. She's gonna say, we have a safe house over here, and she brings you down into into somebody's cellar. Okay. All right. Okay. Here's what I figured out. Let's do one. I tell you some of the information I found out. You tell me some information you found out, and I'd like to see the journal. I believe that Balthazar Bolton Traeger is actually still alive.
All right, our turn.
Yes.
Now hold on. We have something that you want pretty desperately. 1-to-1 trades don't feel even to me.
Well, we all know a lot of things, and if we establish a good relationship, we could. Okay. I can also give you secrets on my order.
I think we're getting closer. We have, or at least you're under the understanding that we have material evidence to back our claims, and we're relying on your word alone. Why should we do this?
Because something big is happening, and I believe that Balthazar Bolton Traeger might be royalty, and that he could kick out the crusade.
How about this?
I've given you two very crucial pieces of information
Which
here.
we were already aware of. Why don't you give us something we didn't already know?
How would I know that you didn't already know it?
Well, we're telling you now.
I feel like I might have just given you two. Can I see it? Please.
Jack reaches into his bag, and minor illusions.
Hell yes. Okay. She sees it and says, "The lusty dragon?"
Well, you don't want to just walk around with that cover all the way on the outside, yes?
That's actually pretty smart. You see, she reaches into her bag and she pulls out the Journal of Balthazar Bolton Trader. That's right. He left multiple copies laying around in the dungeon. I got my hands on this one. I'd like to compare notes.
So let me get this straight. I want to know your motivations. Your motivations are you believe Balthazar to be royalty, A, to be still alive, B, and C, perhaps if we found Royal Balthazar and installed him as monarch over this area, we could then expel a certain crusade.
Oh, I don't really care about the crusade. Okay.
What do you care about? Why then does it matter to you?
I care about heroes. Legends.
And you consider Balthazar to be a legend?
Not yet. Not yet, but he has potential. So, I... Okay, can I...
What if I was Balthazar Bolton Trayer?
You don't quite look like the...
Sorry, I'll just minor illusion myself into a centaur.
Minor illusion doesn't cover enough, like...
I can hand her the hat.
She says, listen, we can both gain an incredible amount of information from just comparing it. Both of us, comparing both journals would allow us to see what core differences are between the two texts and get a sense of what he was doing.
Would this be of any more use to us than simply speaking with Balthazar? Why compare notes if we can talk to the man himself?
The gnome himself is an enchantment wizard. Sneaky little fellow.
Oh, yes.
So, faked his own death. Yeah, we might be able to get more evidence we can trust.
Why could you trust something he wrote more than something he told you?
Well, I see that you've spoken to him.
Hypothetically.
We're a little farther along this path than you are.
Try to keep up, dear. Now, you did promise some information on your actual order.
Okay, he's still alive. He's still alive. That's perfect. Okay. Don't repeat this to anybody else, because I will get murdered.
More than you already are?
Yes. Okay, that's kind of rude.
You're right, I apologize.
I died of natural causes.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. The monks of the Golden Door. We have two divisions. We have the College of Lore sings the praises of heroes past. Those heroes, the more the legends grow, the more their imprint on the psyche of all humanoids grows. And that translates into magical power. That's how we get clerics. But there's another division. I'm part of the College of Whispers, we try to find other potential heroes to become the next incarnations. Whenever somebody who is famous enough dies of a violent death, the golden door appears, and the recently dead hero has to face a trial. In the ethereal plane, the hero will face against all of the foes that he has slain or helped slain. And in order to get to the hero's hall, he will have to climb on a pile of bodies of his previous victims. The door is lower the more famous that person is, and the pile is bigger the more creatures that person has killed. So the College of Whispers tries to find mass murderers who are well known, and adventurers are the prime target for this. Now, Balthazar, he's already got a legend going on. There's other journals going around. Some of them, I think, have already been, well, the people who had the journals got killed in the dungeon. But there's still some out there. There's people looking for him, right? Just like you and me. He could be royalty. That could be big. And he's already been in the dungeon enough that he's killed plenty of stuff. He used to be the head architect. He's perfect for to become a future incarnation. So, if you help me find him, I can have a group of assistants who are going to be ready to help him in his final trial when he dies. But we want to keep him alive as long as possible so that he becomes more famous
So
and has
accrues
more kills. That's my motivation. And you see that she reaches for the minor illusion and her hand passes for it. Come on, I deserve to have a look. That was a lot. I bet
I
you.
can do better than a book. We're gonna try another minor illusion. But I am a gnome, you see. And so I put on a minor illusion of Balthazar's face.
Roll deception.
Okay.
And I'm giving you disadvantage because it is relatively.
That's a 12.
Okay. The thing you did with your hands, right? That was casting minor illusion, right?
I had to drop an illusion in order to show you, and I, now actually drop minor illusion, and my face returns.
Okay. I don't think Balthazar would resort to do something just like disguise self.
It's a little more complicated than that.
Sure it is. Now,
Let's compare. I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
so
And,
you see that like she opens it, and y'all are able to spend a little bit of time comparing notes. You see that the narrative format, like there's a couple of words here and there that are different. Selfis's grimoire already has all of the spell scrolls used up, but other than the fact, but the dates are the same. The pictures are very similar. Both of them have invisible ink and the red pattern to make a portal, while you're making the comparisons, you see that Sunfish asks, "Oh, did you figure out what? Ooh, that's weird. On this page, he wrote that thing on both journals and then scratched out on both journals.
Is it more legible than the other one?
Sorry. Actually, no. I got that wrong. That passage is missing in her journal.
Which passage?
The one that's scribbled
Everything
out.
is going according to plan.
The tablet thing?
Okay. It's the section that got. Yes, everything is going to according to plan.
I transcribed the whole journal.
Okay, so this is an actual mistake. He was kind of losing his mind by that point.
By that point.
What does it say?
Everything is going according to plan. Treasures are finally all in place. Ambush and decoy? Question mark? Oh, the question mark is me. Is like Atlas transcribing it. Have been set up. The tablet fragments are scattered and I am ready. All I need now is a something of morons. The something is something I couldn't read.
Is it called a gaggle?
Probably a bunch.
Well, let me see. We don't have the journal, so I can't.
I'm so sorry. I'll bring it. I'll bring it next week.
No worries. No, it's all good. Gives you more time to
I will
look
just
through it.
write in gaggle question mark.
Hey, I guess that makes us the morons, right?
Huh?
Are we gaggle?
Are you
I feel like we're more of like a clue.
okay? So
We're a crew.
he's
Right?
he scratched it out because he didn't want us to he didn't want the readers to see, but his plan was to. I mean, it sounds like he's a fucking genius.
Oh, it's quite the elaborate setup.
It is. That I can say for sure.
Scattering a bunch of planted books.
Whether it's genius or not, well,
Is this
that's
the only other
that's
one?
to the bards to determine, right?
Is this
I
the
will.
only other journal?
It's the only one I got my hands on.
Where did you find yours?
In a trap chest in the dungeon.
No, actually, I bought it off of one of our clerics, who found it in the dungeon chest, probably.
What cleric?
Lumbo.
Okay. I feel like this is like we've done a lot. I got a lot to think about, and I will.
Was it Lumbo?
Huh?
Was it Lumbo?
You know what? I'm gonna keep some of the information about my order until you introduce me to Balthazar.
Well, I mean, eventually we're gonna have to get this one to your order anyway.
This one?
Would you like to introduce yourself?
No.
You are giving me the staff and the you are giving me some Cornelius vibes, but we only have one Cornelius.
Not anymore. Hey,
I like elbow
the
her
music's
in the
playing.
ribs.
It's time to face it, honey.
Oh,
Wait, you're. Don't they know you're here?
yes.
Because I wasn't told, and I'm part of the College of Whispers. I get told a lot of the important stuff.
I know.
Okay,
I mean, I know.
cool. I'll see you all around. Have a good day. And she is, she's going to leave that.
Nice seeing you. I like solfege.
Do you really just have to out me like that?
Hey, you're gonna have
That's
to
not
eventually.
On my own terms.
Yeah.
And just do me a favor and don't do me that favor if anyone from Blesnia comes calling.
Jakku?
Exactly.
No, we got a little gnome guy though.
Do you guys get out of town?
Where are we going?
Melora is
Back in the dungeon,
still
looking for
considering taking Vesper up on the
Oh, yeah,
conductor job.
That's right, and you wouldn't need to exit out of there. Okay, cool.
I'm just staying mine. Mine's for some gold.
Yeah.
Mining.
Well,
for-
that's
Saving
it's
the
the-
miners.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's in the city. We'd have to go like to a location
You
in there.
You could find crystals in like outside of that vein. As long as you bring crystals, you just have a location that is supposedly has a lot of it. Okay.
Efficiency.
Just to let you know, buying one of her prototypes costs 400 gold pieces.
Sorry, buying?
Yeah. So you're back at the tower,
Oh yeah.
and she is saying yes because you're taking it with you. And being a group of adventurers, I'm not expecting you to make it back with my prototype intact.
So
We're
is this-
leasing.
Is this more of a
Have
deposit? or
you
an actual
ever
purchase?
This is
gotten
a-
back a prototype?
This is an investment, and this is how I pay for the next one with an upgrade. So you'll get the next one a little bit better.
Can I
It's a
read the
fair
contract?
bargain.
Can I read the contract?
What do your crews on
She's a
these
little
things
scared of
usually
those.
net?
Terms and conditions.
Cruise. Listen, I've been on those couple of times. I haven't sent an adventuring party with to experiment before, so y'all would be the first.
Gotcha.
But you've been on it.
Yes. I almost hit her with.
Yeah,
how do we
me and
prevent
me and
that?
Nini almost got run over on the tracks.
They left early.
How do we prevent
trust
the
this?
running over people
Yeah.
thing?
I have some breaks.
Well, all of you work to bring me back, so I can at least extend that little bit of grace.
And we get a train free card if we really need it. Right?
Oh, yes, it comes with a scroll of teleport, which one of you can use within 6 seconds to bring all of you back to the entrance, back to where my station is on the tracks. And if you each prototype comes with one of those. So if you're going too fast to brake and there's obstruction in front of you, you can get out of there. As long as one of you is able to act on it.
Okay. How much are you going to put into this?
It's my idea. I'll front the full 400 this time.
I appreciate that.
Excellent, thank you. You already know how to. You already know the location of my the coordinates of my spell. If you'd like to take me with you, I will. I'll bring the cage over and tell you how the baby works.
Let's go.
Cool.
Alright.
Okay. Can you roll 4d4 plus 1d6? And can you also do the same thing, please? 4d4 plus 1d6. The most extreme results give you rarer potential upgrades.
D4s 1, 2, 3, and 3, or
Total.
is this
I
like
just
all added up together?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
15.
Cool.
17.
15 and 17. Okay. So do you cast teleportation?
Yeah.
Cool. You disappear in a flash of light and are going to reappear in this very large, dark cavern. You do see places above where there's holes through which sunlight are coming down, and you realize that you're in this enormous underground complex. Nearby, lit up by electric lights, you see what appears to be a little workshop with a couple of automated turrets that like focus on you for a second and then focus back on the environments. And you see that there is a prototype train there. As you all are walking towards it, she says, "Okay, so for the next one, I can either improve the accelerator to accelerate faster. It's not gonna change the maximum speed, but it will accelerate 5 feet faster. Or I could change it from moldy wood from a moldy wood exterior to a wood exterior, which would make it which would augment its armor class."
You've been on one of these before? What have you wished to have? My inclination would be some decent building materials. I mean, goddamn, Vesper.
Yeah, I mean, for 400 gold pieces, I'll get you some wood. I can keep upgrading from there if you keep giving me cash.
We'll see how this goes.
Okay. In this case,
I will say this is your chance to make a good impression on us.
plus 2 AC. Excellent. I'm gonna give y'all the base stats of the train. It has a strength of 18 and AC. I'm gonna post it in the Discord. An AC of 13. It has 50 HP. It has a 60-foot movement maximum. 70 feet of light cone low illumination. As an action, one of you can accelerate the speed by 10 feet, which is a bonus action. You can brake to slow the speed by 30 feet as a reaction, and you can and ramming is an automatic action. Anything that's in the tracks has a chance of needs to make the saving throw that you had to make. Let me put it in rules details. So one of you will need to keep track of armor, HP, and stuff like this. But because it is 246, I think this is
Yep.
a good place to start for
Gives
today.
you something to prep, yeah.
Yeah. So like the maps on the tracks are going to be relative maps.
Yeah.
Meaning that basically your cart is going to be at the center of the map, and I'm going to move everything else around as your characters progress. But there's multiple tracks, and sometimes there's going to be other vehicles on the tracks. Those are going to be some of the encounters. Hell yes, let's do stars and wishes.
Yeah.
Alright, I love it. We have conspired to turn Jack into a gnome.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have gone downstairs in a huff. I shouldn't have been in a hurry to get to my spell book.
It's all good.
Do whatever you want. I'm leaving.
Not like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Melora gave up the right to go, what did you do?
Whatever we wanted.
Yep.
No, so yeah, player to player's star. Great, fantastic. Like, I legitimately love it because that's sort of been something that I've been, like, working on myself, is moving towards making him the edgiest of boys.
You're a mosaic.
Yeah. Yeah, star for Simon. I really enjoyed the roleplay with Solfege. I thought that was fun. felt like I was able to show off a little bit of the like, okay, what's the like, this isn't a good deal. Culturally, this is a mistake.
I've given you way more information than
yes,
you've
yes,
given me.
yes. But at first, yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun. And Wish, yeah, I think I just want to see more like repercussions, more fallout. Always. Not even necessarily from this situation, but I think that fallout from stuff is always like fun to see.
I think my start has to be you deciding, oh, I'm gonna give up Polearm Master. Like that is such a good moment of being like, I'm going to take on a debuff for my, like everybody else was voting for you to be able to keep it, right? And that's such a beautiful moment of like, well, it's really hard to wield a pole arm when your arms are this much closer to each other than they were before. It tracks, it like nerfs your build, but it tells a great story, I think. So that's my star, and I think my wish is I want Jack to succeed on one of his insight checks at some point to be like, hey, why did you laugh? Why did you like?
Why are you being weird every time
Why
I
did
forget
your
my
face
family now?
do that?
I know it's coming. It's just I'm excited for it. That's
yeah,
that's
honestly, it's gonna be fun.
Who wants to go next?
I'll go. I think my star is the whole like resurrection scene. I liked that because I was like struggling with like, I don't know, the like necromancy of it all, and like Dave's being the one to kind of take the lead on that, so I liked that name. He was like, alright, well, like we could do this, and then I like the reincarnation spell better like in this scenario, because it feels like, let's just give you a whole new start, let's just clean slate. I liked that. My wish, I don't know, I'm interested in the vehicle thing. I haven't really done that in D&D, so like, I'm excited to learn about that and the mechanics of that.
Hell yeah. I think I loved you giving the head to Jack, like sacrificing the head that was his whole reason for coming into the dungeon in the first place. I think that I also want to start your banishment, because like that made the fight so much faster. But like yeah, it was the perfect spell for that specific fight. I think my wish is I would like to hear Atlas's discussion. Like Atlas has just found out how a lot of the monks of the Golden Door's more secret side works, and that might actually inform some things that have happened with you. So I want to see. I'd like to see a discussion with the other player characters of the like what you think about what you've learned about that order, if you feel that anything is relevant to you. Cool?
Sure.
Hell
Star. In general, I just love how many avenues there are to go down.
Yes.
It's very, very, very well done. I find myself particularly a fan of like Vesper and of Theremin. two NPCs that I get to interact a lot with, and I get a lot out of every single time I chat with them.
Hell
Yeah.
hell yeah. Ooh, I need to make Vesper reacting to your face being very recognizable
Yeah.
next time. I think my wish is gonna be, can you remind me if I forget?
Wish. Melora is so in her current state, so easy to corrupt. Is just like actively seeking out opportunities to get my fingers in places and start getting people to do things. Tempt me, yeah.
I
give me opportunities, yeah.
I love that I did the exact opposite.
Yeah.
That I was like, hold on, you want a promotion? Have you researched anything recently?
Research? Who does research around here? Yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to check. You work here, right? In response to your star, I was playing a lot of Hades 2 when I came up with some aspects of the design for this campaign, with like the permanent upgrades that you could get from like going up in the tower, all of the places where you pay to get access will also get better and better as time, as the more upgrades you pay for.
Yeah.
So like gamifying, like finding a way to be like, okay, it's not this, like it's expensive because it's a new train every time, right? But like small upgrades every time from basically what you learn is like good or not. So like, yeah, I designed those avenues because I was trying to be like, I want to give similar avenues. Just like in Hades 2, you can go like down into the underworld,
Right,
but you can also head towards Mount Olympus on the surface, that sort of thing. Star, I like that you were the one who was like, okay, let's compare notes.
Yeah.
Like that you were willing to like cut that deal. I really love that you tried to do your essay while also hiding everything about it. Like this knowledge could make the architects into a powerhouse out of the factions in this place, but you're keeping it to yourself.
Yep.
And that's
For now.
I love that.
Until you get that right.
Yeah. I think my wish is I want to see you go to the teleportation circle in the
Upper city.
in the upper city.
In the high city.
In the high city. I think it's gonna be fun for me.
I'll bring Ring there. Ring there.
Oh, my star was the chain devil,
Hell
and what I would like to see is more espionage on the part of my character.
yeah.
I just feel like I'm a little rusty, and
You did great with, okay, so like espionage is hard to do when you've just joined a campaign that's been going on for a while, right?
yeah.
Like it's difficult because you're having to sort of like either start from scratch or come up with things that are already there. And my star is you starting your own thieves guild
I loved that.
in the city, and I was like, this is beautiful. I love it. It makes a lot of sense that there would be a black market, considering how many very expensive magical items make their way through the city. I was like, yeah, those miners get paid like shit.
ER.
Minor OR, minor
because they're
Oh,
pronounced
yeah.
the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah. Those digging folks,
Those digging folks.
the like I love that you started that, and then you, when I asked you for performance, it was to see like how well you managed to teach them, and you rolled a 7, so I was like, okay, they're all getting arrested. Like they're not coming back with any magical items for you, and now you have to bail them out of jail. Like you built for yourself an attachment to some NPCs in the world that you brought about by just being like, I want to recruit some kids.
Yeah.
And so like that's a great way to anchor your character into the ongoing story and give you stakes. So
That's
like
a wonderful instinct.
beautiful,
Thank you.
and the fact that it didn't work as planned also like is I love that. I think my wish is for you to like keep going with those instincts and see where the story takes you.
All right.